about chapter 3, page 523. Nothing could have been so fine, so rich, so brilliant, so well-drilled as the two armies. The trumpets, the fifes, the oboes, the drums, and the cannon produced such a harmony, there's that harmony, that weird Leibniz harmony, as was never heard in hell. Harmony as was never heard in hell. First, the cannons battered down about 6,000 men on each side. Then volleys of musket fire removed from the best of worlds about 9,000 or 10,000 rascals who were cluttering up its surface. The bayonet was a sufficient reason for the demise of several thousand others. Does that sound like a writer who's making you, how do you feel when you read that? Not good. What do you think about that take on it? What do you think about that take on it? That rascals. It just cleaned up the world of the rascals, right? Do you think he's trying to make you go, rascals? Or is he going, yes, get rid of the rascals?
I don't know. This book was kind of like confusing to me. I mean, because he took them through so much and then brought them to good and then took them to, you know, it's like he drug them through hell and took them through heaven.
Yeah, he did. They went through hell. They really did. I mean, he got creamed by an earthquake. Pangloss got syphilis. The guy had his leg and arm chopped. All this stuff, and he saw all this horrible stuff. Then they go to El Dorado, where it's all peaceful.
But he doesn't want to stay.
But he doesn't want to stay. It's not human to stay there. Think back to the Odyssey. Think back to the Odyssey. If you read the Odyssey in 101. Whether it was at the Huddle House or not. In the Odyssey, Odysseus is sitting on the beautiful island paradise with Calypso, and a nymph who will forever be young, beautiful goddess girl who offers to make him immortal as well, and he can stay there with Calypso. But he says, no, I'm going to go back home to Penelope, even though she'll be 40 years old, and that's not old. She'll be 40 and she's been crying for 10 years, wondering where he is. He still wants to go back to Penelope instead of staying on that island. It's human. He says, I'm going to endure suffering. I don't care. I'm going to endure suffering to go back to my wife.
He still marries Candide, or whatever her name is, even though she's ugly.
Exactly. He marries Cunagans even though she's ugly. Yeah. So there's something human about caring. And there's something inhuman about explaining war as, oh good, it got rid of some rascals, right? Do you think so? Or do you think they're just a bunch of rascals that need to be killed anyway? No? What are they? Humans. Yeah. So Voltaire is saying, look, these people have families, these people have feelings, they're in love, they have children, whatever. And we have creative videography here. Good. So there is this sense that we get from Candide that, okay, maybe it's impractical to be up at bat and start worrying about why your girlfriend dumped you, and if you're not going to worry about God. It's impractical. And yeah, maybe it is a good idea to kind of mind your own business a little bit, but he's calling us to have compassion for those who are suffering because aristocracy wants to have their sugar. He's calling us to have compassion on people because otherwise, we didn't look at this part over here where we didn't look at the earthquake. I want you to see the earthquake. Okay, the chocolate and the cochineal, and well, where did the earthquake go? When he meets Pangloss, here it is, page 528. Okay. 528, the third line from the top. Poor Candide. And you just want to wipe the rascal Pangloss off the face of the earth at this point. I just want to punch him. So he'd been in the earthquake, and this earthquake, I think Voltaire had witnessed, it was a real earthquake, and it was just horrific, okay? I mean, think about Haiti, right? I mean, if you think about what had happened in Haiti, okay, that really moved people, right? But then think about that situation, and if Pangloss is here and Candide is here, okay? okay? And so some falling stonework had struck Candide, and he lay prostrate in the street, covered with rubble, and calling to Pangloss, "For pity's sake, bring me a little wine and oil, I'm dying." I want you to think about where you've seen in the Bible wine and oil and a guy lying on the ground. Just think while I read. "This earthquake is nothing novel," Pangloss replied. "The city of Lima in South America underwent much the same sort of tremor last year. Same causes, same effects. There is surely a vein of sulfur under the earth's surface reaching from Lima to Lisbon." "Nothing is more probable," said Candide, "but for God's sake, a little oil and wine." "What do you mean probable?" replied the philosopher. "I regard the case as proved." Candide fainted, and Pangloss brought him some water from a nearby fountain. Finally, he does. Who is it that we see prostrate, basically, and needing wine and oil, and someone provides it? The Good Samaritan, exactly. Voltaire may not be crazy about organized religion because he thinks it's all hierarchy and it's just another organization to avoid real compassion, right? But he says, yeah, cultivate your own garden, but when somebody's under a building, bring them a little wine and oil, right? So help them like the Good Samaritan. Don't just walk on by. And so there is that intentional reference there to the scripture. So you want to think about that. And what I did was I put online a video, that Streisand song about make our garden grow. Listen to the words. I thought the world was sugar cane, and now we're just going to bake our daily bread and things like that. You've got a post there, and I want you to think about whether you think the opera, so what do you call the last song in opera? The last song. The last song. Good. Okay, the last song that's linked there, so that's Streisand's song. Does that reflect what Voltaire is suggesting? So to do that, you've got to have something. You have to explain what Voltaire's point of view is, and you've got to explain what the view of the song is and whether or not they agree. Okay? So do a post by, this is Wednesday, no class Friday. School is closed on Friday, no class Friday. Read Blake for Monday. Read Blake for Monday, look at your syllabi. Your posts have to be up by Sunday midnight, this coming Sunday midnight. And we'll talk about romanticism next week.